one of the coolest things about human beings is their capacity to create and sustain their self-illusions, or these disillusions of the mind. The things that have us, create a reality around us based upon the memories that we have, which, by the way, more often than not, are completely inaccurate the second that we try to remember them. Then we start adding details and things, and then our certainty of it being accurate goes up, and then we just, when somebody challenges it, within our head, it actually registers as pain. They've done brain scans on the prefrontal cortex, I believe it was, when people were trying to say information that went against an individual's belief, and it registered as pain. The same neurotransmitters were going off that show that, hey, this is painful. So that's the reason a lot of individuals, when you challenge their belief systems, will oftentimes only grow stronger because they have to create stories around it to justify their actual beliefs. So that brings us to the story of the three Jesuses of Ypsilanti. So there was an insane asylum where they were putting individuals, I believe that's what they called, maybe it's a mental institution now. Either way, what's the PC police gonna do? I don't remember the correct verbiage, so that's what I'm going to go with. Anyway, there were three individuals who believed that they were Jesus, the Son of God. And these individuals of different age and different backgrounds were all put into one institution. They worked together, they had group sessions and discussions every day, and the one thing that remained true was that each of them continued to believe that they were Jesus, even though the research was like, well, how could this contradiction exist if each of you are Jesus? So then they would create a story, a web of ideas and thoughts for how it could be. Like, well, that man's lying. Well, this other one believes like each of us are a form of Jesus. It's just I'm a higher version of Jesus. And then one of them said, well, clearly the explanation is that these are two individuals who are in an insane asylum and I am still Jesus. So even though they were put into this situation of contention between each other because they would argue and bicker and discuss the eloquence of their existence, and continue to believe that they were Jesus. And I don't believe at any point they actually got over this disillusion, but that's a fun thing to recognize with human beings in general. When you start to challenge their thoughts, their ideas, whether it's a Democrat or Republican or an individual with their religious beliefs, more likely than not, when those beliefs are challenged, they are going to try and defend it and justify why they have it. That's also the reason that within cults or individuals who are trying to predict the end of the world, they'll say that, oh, it didn't happen because of this and this. So my belief system is not thwarted and I can just create a new one, or I can find a new one to follow, which, can create conflict in the long run because individuals will just continue down a route regardless. So if you are somebody who continuously is fighting for a belief system but is always moving like the date or the destination, or you're just constantly getting bickering or angry with individuals because they are challenging your belief system, I would say that, well, one thing, if you genuinely believe in something, you wouldn't get mad at people when they challenge it or ask questions, because your security in that thing would mean that your belief isn't going to get shook anyway, so you'd be excited to talk about it. But when you aren't certain about your beliefs, it's more likely that you're going to feel attacked because of the lack of certainty that you have, or the lack of proof. So just, if you have a belief system, go out and try to find information that tries to disprove it, and then find information or ways of disproving the information that would have disproved it, because then you're actually secure and know the arguments on both sides, and you're a well-rounded individual. So those are the thoughts for today. I realize that this ramble's a little bit tardy because I spent too much time last night talking about stocks. Not on here though, so that was the problem. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Till next time, toodles.